Hello everyone and welcome back to Cattails, and we are here with Auberon, who's currently in his den and who's about to set out into the world. But as we do that, I wanted to show you something, and it's rather fitting because we just entered winter in-game here. Well, Cattails has actually released a holiday promo code for a new coat color here, and I wanted to show that off because I haven't unlocked it yet, and the code is just, can we actually just straight up type? We can. Okay, here we go. Holiday cheer is the code, and if you enter that, then you get a peppermint coat, and look how cute that is. I don't think I want to keep it as Auberon's permanent look, but you know what? It's almost Christmas. We're gonna feel festive today. And is that not just the cutest? Oh my goodness. I can't believe it, you guys. It's just, oh, it's so cute. So if you guys want to unlock the code is just holiday cheer. You can type it in just like you saw me do there, and that'll give you this really cute peppermint coat. I don't know if there's a time limit on it as to when it would expire and no longer be available. I don't know if that's implemented or anything like that, but yeah, if you guys want to get this really cute peppermint coat, then I would highly recommend you do that. So I kind of just wandered off up here, but I think I actually want to go back and have Auberon talk to Savannah. Maybe he just, I think we're gonna say he just dyed his coat for a little bit here. I don't know how long we'll keep it, but it definitely is cute, and I think we're gonna run around with it for a while because, oh my goodness. But yeah, so we're gonna head back, we're gonna head back and visit with Savannah a little bit and just chat with her, I think, and see what she is up to, because Auberon and Savannah have been becoming pretty close friends, and they've really been getting along quite well, which is unusual for Auberon. That's not something that frequently happens with him. He's not necessarily the easiest cat to get along with sometimes. Howdy, Auberon. It's been a while. How have things been? Let's go ahead and we'll give her some valerian here, and then maybe we'll give her winter blueberries and see if she likes those. Or we have snake lily. I think we'll keep the snake lily on us just in case of emergency. So she does like winter blueberries. That's good. I think he'll keep his eye out for them, for more of them for her sake. So let's go ahead and chat. Hey Auberon, what did the green grape say to the purple grape? Breathe, you idiot! I love that joke. Oh my goodness. That's actually really funny. I've never heard that one before. Oh my goodness. It seems like all the shopkeepers tend to make goofy puns sometimes, and I love it. I honestly just love it. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that was not the answer I was expecting, and not that I knew what to expect, but that was great. Oh my goodness. Or should I say grape? I don't think I'm as good at the puns as Savannah, oh my gosh. But with that said, I think we're gonna head up and visit some mountain territory as well, and check in with Robin. So Auberon has been a little bit torn lately between which cat he might want to spend some time with. He's been going back and forth, and they are quite a ways apart. We gotta eat. But they have been quite a ways apart. We're gonna eat the bass, and maybe a squirrel. But he's really, they're the only two friends he has pretty much at this point in time, and he's really not entirely sure what to do. He has that rose saved away in his den, and in all honesty, I think he's contemplating giving it to Savannah. Not that he doesn't like Robin, they have become really great friends, but he's known Savannah a little longer, and I feel like at this point, Robin is still pretty much just a friend to him, whereas he maybe does have some feelings for Savannah at this point. Now, the catch with that is that, as some of you guys have astutely pointed out, Savannah is not a marriageable NPC, and I'm kind of curious to see what happens if you actually try to give a rose to a non-marriageable NPC, because Auberon, of course, has no way of knowing that he's in a video game. He has no way of knowing that there are certain cats he's allowed to marry and some he can't. He really has no way of knowing. So it's kind of, I'm kind of interested to see what happens, and I feel like at this point that is what he's leaning towards. So let's come up and we'll stop in and visit though, because regardless of his romantic feelings, Robin is still a really great friend, and he wants to go spend some time with her. And a lot of you guys have been saying that you ship them There have been a lot of people saying you want to see them end up together, and you know, it's definitely a possibility. We'll have to see what happens, because as far as I understand, you can't marry Savannah, and as for what will happen after that, we'll have to see where the story leads us. I'm a big believer in watching what the story says and not trying to make things happen on my own for the most part. I try and just see where things may lead. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and visit with Robin a little bit. We'll bring her, not blackberries, we're going to bring her some valerian and give her a nice little gift. Or that's Delta. Hey Auberon, how's my partner in crime doing today? Let's just chat. If you're polite around here, folks will be polite back to you. That's a very good thing. I feel like Savannah kind of caught him as he was coming up with the flowers and was like, hey Auberon, what you doing? But he's definitely going to give her some valerian. She does like them a lot, and I feel like he's glad to see her happy. What can I do for you, Auberon? Think you can use a blue jay? I happen to have an extra and thought of you when I saw it. Oh wow, that's a very generous gift. Oh my goodness. Robin, thank you. Go ahead and take it. Oh my goodness, thank you, Robin. I feel like you would hang on to that and would keep that very, very safe, because those are pretty rare. And I think we actually will need one at some point for the temple quest. So, very, very interesting. Wow, that's an amazing gift, honestly. I think he's very honored by that. Let's chat with Arthur. Who goes there? Hearken to my words, traveler. Some days I join Jag in protecting the town's entrances, but I get the feeling that Jag would rather work alone. That's probably true. Jag is kind of like Auberon in some ways. He's a little bit gruff, he's a little bit grumpy, he's not the most friendly cat in the world, but he's got a good heart deep down. Who's there? Oh, it's just you. I'm so hungry right now, I could eat a rock. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. What I would do for a tasty mouse or two. Do we have one? We do have one! Hey, do you want a mouse? Do you want a mouse? Hey, that looks like something I could find use for. I really appreciate it. Aw. I feel like Auberon is maybe having a little bit of a change of heart. Instead of being such a loner, he's coming to the point where he's starting to appreciate helping others. He used to be very much a lone wolf, but you know what? Deep down, he really does care. Let's give her a squirrel. She's not the most eager to take it. And let's see. I'm going to give a rabbit to the mountain domain, because we want to keep our reputation up with them, because the last thing we'd want is, despite the fact that we're raising a reputation with the different cats in the colony, the last thing we'd want is for the mountain domain to no longer want us around. That would be pretty bad. So let's go ahead, we'll continue to give some gifts just to make sure that he's on good standing with them, and people know that he's a good cat. He's not an enemy of theirs. So let's go this way. I think we're going to see if we can give Leo a rabbit as well, if Leo's over here. Leo is over here. At first, Auberon was really jumpy around Leo and really afraid of him, but he's starting to kind of come to terms with him a little more. You aren't a mountain domain cat. What do you want? Oh, this is for me? I'd be happy to accept your gift. Auberon's starting to be a little bit more friendly with Leo, and a little bit less afraid of him. He's starting to really feel accepted, which, of course, has left him torn because, yeah, the Mystic Colony is the one that took him in, but now he's making friends here. He feels like he's fitting in a little bit better here in the Mountain Domain, but of course he has friends like Savannah back home as well, and what's a cat to do? So he's gonna head back now and sleep through the night. Hopefully we'll get back before it's too late. But, oh, here is a crow. It's interesting because we've got so much reputation that the Mountain Domain cats here aren't even attacking us anymore. We can walk right up to them and say hi, and they're not gonna do anything to us, so it's kind of interesting. Let's come down here. We're gonna keep looking around and just see what we can do. Oh, here's another crow. We'll maybe snag that if we can, which we can. Good. And how are our skills doing? We have 19 experience. That's really not enough to upgrade anything, so we don't have to worry about that right now. But let's make our way down this way, and I think we have to start heading to the side. We're going to be out for quite a ways here. Let's speed up a little bit so that we can get back faster if possible. Just hopefully make our way there a little bit more quickly, because I don't want it to be super late when we return, but it's already gonna be pretty late. But let us see. hopefully, okay, here we go. We're back in the swamps, and we'll gather some of these because I feel like he's going to he's gonna gather some berries, but he also has another gift that he'd like to try and give Savannah, and we'll see. Oops, we went way too far. We'll see how that goes for him. I'm kind of interested to see what's gonna happen, but I'm also, I don't know, what would that do to him? What would being rejected, like he probably will be, what is that going to do? How is that gonna make him feel? I suppose we'll have to find out when it happens. It probably depends a lot on how Savannah handles it. Is she going to be offended, or is she going to be gentle about it, or what is she going to say? So let's head back to the den here, and I think we're going to settle in for the night. It's pretty late, but hopefully we'll still get up at a decent time in the morning. And I feel like he's going to go to bed a little bit anxious because he knows what he's planning for tomorrow morning. So it's 8 a.m. That's not too bad. Still pretty good hour of the morning. And let's head up here, and we're gonna grab this rose and see what happens if we bring it to Savannah. Let's see what she says. He's gonna get up nice and early. He's all peppermint colored, and I think he would give her some blueberries first, just to kind of increase their friendship, kind of share blueberries with. I don't know how he feels about blueberries. He probably likes them okay. I don't imagine him to be that much of a cat who appreciates like herbs and stuff. But let's just see. I feel like he would kind of cautiously take out the rose and just see what she says. Let's see. I'm flattered, but no. Oh, poor Auberon. Oh, I feel like he would run back to the... I feel like he would run back and quickly stick the rose in his den and kind of just hide away, because that's kind of an embarrassing thing to have happen. I think she was a little embarrassed too, but I feel like he would probably pretty quickly here. Let's leave the blue jay as well, although I think it maybe as he goes back to remembers he has it, he might remember who gave it to him. I think he would probably scoot off to the mountain domain here pretty quickly and just want to get out of here, because that was really awkward and embarrassing, and he just got turned down, and I think that was not the response he was expecting. I think he expected that Savannah felt the same way, but honestly I feel like she's kind of seen him more as maybe a little brother to her, and maybe doesn't see him in quite the same way that he's seen her. He's had a bit of maybe a schoolboy crush on her, if you will. Oh, I don't think he wants to participate in this battle. I think he would kind of scoot out of the way because he's accepted by both sides, and honestly right now I don't think he'd want to fight Mountain Domain. He's maybe wondering... At this point in time, I don't think his friendship with Savannah is actually ruined. It didn't seem to drop reputation or anything, at least. But I think in his mind, he feels like, oh, this is the end. I'm no longer going to be welcome in my own colony. I have nothing to stay for. I'm just going to go and run away to the Mountain Domain because they'll actually accept me. And I feel like that's really what's going through his mind right now. But yeah, he got rejected, and I think Savannah meant it. I think she was a little surprised. I don't think she realized that he felt that way about her. But honestly, I feel like she's always seen him as a sort of little brother, and maybe hasn't had the same sort of feelings that he has. Oh, there's Feather and Scrawny and Casper. Even the warriors just let him pass because he's got so much reputation with their colony. I feel like he's honestly starting to feel more comfortable here than he does back home. So let's go down this way, and I think he would come. I feel like he would come running to Robin, and probably wouldn't even bring a gift straight away. I think he'd just talk to her and probably just tell her what happened and be really upset. Think you can use a turtle meat? I happen to have an extra and thought of you when I saw it. Oh, go ahead and take it. Oh my goodness, Robin. And she just gave him a gift. He is getting a little hungry, so I think he would eat it and kind of be off by himself in the corner. He's been really upset, but I think he'd be really grateful. I feel like that's maybe kind of her way of trying to console him, is saying, hey, it's okay. Here, have this gift. And kind of trying to console him and maybe reassure him a little bit. And I think he would take some valerian and maybe give that to her here. And I feel like he's maybe feeling a little bit better. Robin, I think, is the sort who would very much just reassure and say, hey, it's okay, I'm sure she didn't mean it like... I'm sure she didn't mean it like that. Like, it's not the end of the world. It's just not maybe what she was thinking at the time. And, I think he'd maybe be feeling a little better and go chat with some of the others. Some days I wish there weren't any colonies at all. Then we could just all be friends. That's honestly an idea that I don't know he's really thought about. I mean, sure, he's heard that kind of thing before, but you know what? Maybe that would be better. Maybe it would be better if the colonies could just be united and not at war with each other after all. Wouldn't that solve a lot of his problems? Maybe it would. Let's go ahead and chat with Pebble as well. Do you travel much, Auberon? What's the world beyond the mountain domain's borders like? For him, it's swampy. He lives in the swamp. And Jag, how are you doing? Huh? What's the big idea? If you bring gifts to the mountain domain, show them to me and I'll inspect them. You're not a mountain domain cat. What are you doing here? That's a question he's asking himself too, is where does he belong? Does he belong in the mountain domain? Does he belong in the mystic colony? Where does he belong? And what is his world like? Where is he supposed to be? Where is he supposed to go? He's asking himself a lot of deep questions right now. Let's chat with Luna as well and chat. Jag let you in? That's surprising. She's still not the most fond of him. I think he'd kind of pin his ears and slink away at that and wonder, maybe does he not belong here either? Does he even have a home? Let's chat with Arthur and see what he says. It is plain to see that thou hast some strength of paw. Perhaps one day soon we shall meet on the field of battle. Perhaps. I don't know though. Auberon, he's a fighting cat for sure, but he doesn't like to go out of his way anymore. He hasn't gone out of his way to participate in a fight. He's mostly been very defensive lately and only fighting to protect himself. Although I don't know. The first time Arthur said that, it felt much more like a challenge, but now that he's been more accepted, maybe it's more of a friendly, hey, let's spar someday. Let's go ahead and give the rabbit to Leo, because I feel like he's kind of trying to, he wants to build a relationship with Leo as well. He wants to build a friendship because Leo's the leader and he has felt a little bit guilty about just kind of slinking in behind Leo's back. Oh, this is for me? I'd be happy to accept your gift. So he's really feeling quite conflicted, but I think it is about time for him to go home here. And I think he's probably going to have to start heading back, but I think before he does, he's going to visit with Robin one last time. Oh, she's headed off up here, I think. I feel like he'd kind of creep after her and just sort of say goodbye. What can I do for you, Auberon? I hope you like that thing I gave you. It's no problem, really. Aw, I think it really did help quite a lot, and he's feeling a little bit more at ease as he heads home here. He's still a little unsure of what he'll say to Savannah. He's quite afraid he's made things awkward between them, and maybe he has, but we shall have to see. Oh, we spooked the rabbit. No, don't run off screen, Bunny. It's off screen. Okay, never mind. But we'll have to see what comes of this in the morning. So I'm gonna have him head home here. We're gonna make the long journey back. And maybe having a sacred temple warp would be helpful. That would save us quite a decent bit of traveling. And we'll head down this way through Prairie North. And hopefully we can get back in at a semi-decent hour. We got back really, really late last night. And let's see, he's almost there. Is this the battle with Mountain Domain that we went through before? I feel like he would end up kind of going that way and just checking because he'd hear the sounds in the distance. And, you know, I'm sure these cats here are ones he's maybe seen around that maybe recognize him that he knows. He's got a lot of questions on his mind for sure. And not the least of which is, well, what if there were no colonies? Why do we have to fight like this? I mean, look here, is this this battle as well? I think there's a battle below it. I mean, look at all the fighting that goes on. Look at all these cats that are just attacking each other. Here, I think he would maybe fight. I don't know. He might linger back a little bit. Maybe if it looks like there's gonna be problems. I don't know. He kind of just stood back and watched, and the question in his mind was, well, what if there were no colonies? He's always been a fighter, but maybe now he's starting to question that a little bit. and starting to wonder why there has to be so much conflict. Why can't everybody just be at peace with each other? I don't know. Auberon may not be the sort to like residing in any of the colonies, honestly. There's no option at this point in the game to create your own. I think you would quickly scoot away from Savannah there. But at some point there will be, and honestly, out of all of our cats so far, I feel like Auberon might be the sort who would. So we'll have to see what happens when that time comes in the game. We'll have to see how it all works out, but honestly, I could see him going off to start his own colony someday. But for now, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here for today. So it's been quite a whirlwind day, from finding a new coat to having a surprising rejection. And I think we're going to have to leave off on that note, so we'll see how he's doing the next time we check in. But for now, we're going to wrap up this episode here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.